All right, high rollers, how are you spending lockdown? Are you getting through this, staying busy, staying competitive, staying positive? That's what our guest today is trying to do. He is staying busy with schoolwork, staying competitive at the practice board, and you add those two together, it's all positive for me. A member of the JDC from Peterborough, England, he plays for the county team in Bedfordshire, and I'm delighted to say that he wears the high roller radio patch when he does so. I had to get this guy a patch. He's tenacious and, quite frankly, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Just 14 years old, 15 in a few months. Max Mclaughlin joins us now. They call him Max Pot. Max, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for being our high roller today.
Well, pleasure to be here. Big fan of this channel, and I look forward to this interview.
At Max Mclaughlin 17 on Twitter, you're a loyal follower, man. I do appreciate that. These coronavirus blues, how you handling it? You going stir crazy?
No, I'm fine personally. I think the UK is fine at the minute. In a few weeks, probably not. A lot of panic at the minute, but I think. Well, personally, I'm fine. But I think that would change in a few weeks, probably.
That's good to hear. Now, where you are, schools are shut down, the grocery store shelves empty, no toilet paper, just like everywhere else.
Yeah, that's correct. Our school shut on Friday, actually. So it's just my second day, well, in lockdown or whatever. So, yeah, a lot of time, but well, it's been good so far.
So how are you going to spend your free time? I imagine you've got school work to do from home, but I also imagine that you've got a lot of time at the practice board. I know you put in a long session yesterday.
Yeah, that's correct. Like I said, it's the second day. Yesterday was the first day of it. 4 hours darts, which is a lot longer than they usually am, and it's not a lot to some people, especially professionals. I did a lot of schoolwork as well. Probably the same today. I'm going to be playing a lot this evening. I've already done a bit this morning, so yeah, it's looking good.
Now tell me about where your game is at these days. I know that you've been playing a lot. Confidence is a big part of the game, especially when you're at your age, 14 years old. When you've got it, you play well, everything seems to go in. But when you're running low on confidence, it's very tough at times, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. I've got quite a quick throw, so it is one, if I'm confident, they'll fly in without me even trying. If I try too hard, it'll go all over the place. You'll see ones going all the time. And that's exactly, yeah, I played fairly well this year, though. It's been good, at least in practice and in my local league, especially at the start of the year in 2020, January, February, I've been really good. This month, not so much, but I've not played much competition this month, and look forward to get back into it when the lockdown's over, of course.
Well, it seems like the practice is paying off. I saw on Twitter that during your session yesterday, you had a couple of 15 darters, a 16 darter in there. You seem to have some good moments.
Yeah, but I always do. That would just be, I can play terribly for 2 hours solid. Now, I've never, some will fly in, that's always been the case. But yeah, if I can get that consistency, I'll be a bit of a threat in all events now.
Now, we talked about you being a member of the JDC. Those JDC tournaments, they're pretty tough these days, aren't they? The quality's getting so good.
Yeah, I mean, when I first went 5 or 6, you'd say you're good enough for the Challenge Tour. And not only Challenge Tour, but the top end of the Challenge Tour. Now I can easily name 20 people who'd be able to get onto Development Challenge Tour and give anyone a game. You know, it's so difficult. And, back in the day, you'd look at the first round. As long as you dodge 6 or 7 names, you think you're fine. Now, no matter, you've got a difficult game and you've got to play, someone of your best to win.
Well, one of the reasons I think those JDC tournaments are so valuable is because of the experience gained. You know, the more you play them, the more you battle the nerves, the better you get. I know at JDC 1 you had a pretty good run to the round of 32.
Yeah, that's correct. And that's what the JDC is. It's about, if you're confident, you're going to win games, even if you're not playing well, even if you are playing well. If you're not confident in the doubles, you'll lose games. And that's what I've done. I didn't play well when I made last 32. Last year when I made last 16, I didn't play that well then. But it was back getting the results and hitting the double. So just leave something you're comfortable on and take it out and you should be fine.
Now, you're always talking about averages, and the darts world in general, they always talk about averages. MVG 110, Peter Wright, the 125. There's so much emphasis put on the averages. At your age, are you putting emphasis on the averages, or are you just trying to get better day by day?
To be honest, I used to about a year ago when I was playing every weekend in events. I'd always think, what's my average? Even if I lose 3, and I'm like, well, I don't care anymore. My mate Joe, he told me, he told me about 200 times, and I've listened to him. It's just about the result for me. Obviously, it's nice to have the average. If it's good, I'll share it. If it's bad, then I don't care. about the result at the end of the day, and that's how I see it now. Obviously, I'll have a look, but it doesn't mean much to me anymore. Used to, but not now.
Now, speaking of results, I know that recently in your Monday Night League, you came second out of 55 players. That's a pretty sweet result.
Yeah, I know. It's not exactly the highest quality, so, it's just about grinding out the wins. Like I said, there are some games I played I didn't play my best, basically. You'd win 2-1, 2-0. It's about hitting the doubles, about setting shots up, and I did that, and that's what I'm talking about, confidence. If you're confident, you're going to win them sort of games. If you're struggling, you lose them games, and you're like, I could have won that easily, but that's what happened this season. Hopefully, looking for the same next season, whenever that begins.
Now, have you set goals for yourself in the darts world? I mean, what's the end result? Do you want to be world champ or what?
It's anyone's dream to be world champion, but really, I don't know. At the minute, it's just focusing on every game at a time, every leg, every dart. Same focus of trying to just do the best I can. But really, in terms of my whole career, being realistic as well, it's probably just get tour cards. I'd love that, just to meet the best players. I'm a fan of Gilding, fan of Baby Lewis. Just meeting all the best players, and obviously playing them would be amazing as well.
To get a tour card, it's quite an accomplishment, right? You get on the tour, you may not win a game, but the fact that you've got that tour card means you're right up there in one of the world's elite.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the aim, eventually. Obviously, I'm not there yet. I'm not nearly there yet, but, in 10 years' time, if I'm still playing darts, which I expect myself to be, I'll probably give Q-Score a crack, and, we'll see how it goes. But it's too easy to say that now. A lot can change in 6 months, let alone 6 years. So we'll see, but obviously that's the dream in the end.
Now, I noticed it didn't take long for you to mention Andrew Gilding. Thumbs up to Goldfinger, right? You're a big fan.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a few years now. First game I watched was him against John Henderson, Ali Pali, back in 2016. I got to go to the Challenge Tour as his guest last year. So I got to meet him personally, which was crazy. I'd never even thought I'd be able to give him a high five and a walk on it. It's crazy, but yeah, it's a good player to support as well, because he's a very entertaining player, especially on the stage with the thumbs up, and obviously a great scorer and a great player all around, really.
What was it like to meet him? A nice guy?
Yeah, really funny, very, very funny, very nice. He's also not too bad at darts as well.
Now, speaking of darts, there's no darts to watch right now, but it has been an interesting year on the PDC. It took a while for MVG to get on the board with a title. Peter Wright is your reigning world champ. Gezzy's playing well. What's your take on the PDC these days?
Well, I first started watching darts as a whole in 2016, but only realised all the structure of it in 2017, and it's improved so much. Back in the day, you had Van Gerwen, Anderson, Lewis, Wright, them four really. Nowadays they say you've got the top three. I disagree. It's not just about three good players you can turn up. It's just about 128, and that's why the PDC is so good. Yeah, Kevin Price is maybe in the form of his life, but you can easily get beaten round one by number 123 or something. So that's why it's so good, I think. But anyone in the top 16 is capable of being world champion. That's the honest.
The thing I find about the darts community and darts fans, and I'm one of them, is that when you say the hashtag love the darts, it's true. We love watching it. It's so exciting, isn't it? Every match, every game seems to hang on a millimeter of a wire.
Yeah, exactly. It's such an entertaining sport. And obviously, I'm a fan of Gilding. He always says how close it is at the top. He's been playing well for 2 years and he's not got a card. But it says that, you can be world champion. You think you're world champion 1 minute, next minute you've lost 7-6, mismatched darts, changed careers. But really, that's why the game's so good. And you usually see people obviously have Peter Wright, for example, Premier League, 2017, I think. He missed them like 9 darts at 8 or something. And look where he is now. So there you go. It's a great game and joy to watch.
Yeah, I saw a tweet recently. With all the practice they'll be getting because of the coronavirus, they'll be averaging 120 when the darts resumes. Can you imagine that? Everybody averaging 120?
Yeah, exactly. I think this is going to be a blessing in disguise, to be honest, for the PDC players, because I think the best example of this was Daryl Gurney a couple of years ago. He'd go to every event, including Premier League, including World Series, fly around the world, up and down the UK, across the borders now, obviously to Netherlands and Germany, etc. And they'll be so tired they won't be able to practice, and then the standard was dipping. People say 2017 was the best year for standard of darts. I think 2020 will take take that this year, at least when it resumes, because when you got 4 months or whatever it will be of straight practice, you're going to see some crazy performances.
Well, there may be no darts on TV, but there certainly is darts. The world shifts its focus to the World Wide Web online. You're playing an online event tonight, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's nothing serious, just a fun event. There's no prize money or anything, just a fun event between a few friends. 32 players that are doing it right now, and this evening I'll play my game. It's best of 7, so it's not like a quick game. We're going to see quite a few legs, and hopefully I just want to win the first game, to be honest. But I'll hopefully be entering a few of these and make sure I'm still getting competition, even if it's online instead of in real life.
Well, I mentioned off the top, stay busy, stay competitive. That's certainly a good way of doing it. A good practice session when you get those legs in. Now, you made the cover of your local paper last year. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think it was the 1st of February or very late January, where I played a local event, which I got invited to by some people I knew from County Dance. And I thought, okay, we'll give it a crack. I was expecting about 32 players. There were over 100. And they didn't know how to do it, so they did it in groups. So obviously, for me, I think I was the youngest there. If not, then I was probably second youngest or something. It was absolutely brilliant for me in terms of experience. It was a group of 8 all played each other, so the group stage took ages. I got 7 games against 7 of the best players from my area. I played someone who beat me 2-0 with 2 13-dart legs, so you can work out the average. It's over 110. It's just crazy to play that sort of stamina. I think I played really well that day. Obviously, I got on the paper, which is amazing. It made me laugh when I saw that. It's brilliant.
Keep plugging away, my man. It's going to pay off, all that hard work. Speaking of making me laugh, you made me laugh yesterday with one of your tweets, and I want to set it up by saying this, that Darts Planet TV is a great platform with the magazine, the YouTube channel, all the live streaming it does. Darts Planet TV rocks. Gav and Chris Mason, so much respect for the work they do. The entire team, Gav's son, they're working hard. It's paying off. Dart Wolf, of course, giving away tremendous prizes. And in these trying times, I think it's all positive. A big fan of Dart Planet TV, I am. So amidst of these giveaways from Dart Wolf, who really has been great, so generous, so giving, he's making a lot of people happy. Darts Planet asked the ultimate big question, what's the best darts network in the world? And you replied, High Roller Radio. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, man. It made me laugh. I appreciate that. Darts Planet TV is killing it right now. Let's give credit where credit is due. But I do appreciate that response. That was funny.
Yeah, you're telling the truth. But yeah, it was a perfect setup for it to be.
I do appreciate it, man. All right, listen, good luck tonight in your online event. Keep busy, keep practicing. By the way, how does the patch look on the shirt? Do you like it, the High Roller Radio patch? I think it looks pretty nice. Yeah,
well, we first got it, and we thought, oh, how's this going to look? So we put it on, and I come home after playing football, and my mum was like, oh, put your thing on. I'm like, oh, okay, let's have a look. I thought it looked decent. It looked absolutely brilliant. And first event I went to, which was, I think it was 2 days later, just a local event, and already 3 or 4 people spotted it, and I got one of them to subscribe to your YouTube channel, which is brilliant. So, I'm responsible for one of the subscribers now.
Well, that's awesome. Always promoting, and I got to say, it's a pleasure to make you our patch player because I do appreciate your tenacity on Twitter, a loyal follower. At Max Mclaughlin 17, they call him Max Pot. Continued success. Keep practicing. Really appreciate your time, my man.
No worries. Enjoy it. Good luck to you too with the YouTube.